Let me ask you something. If I told you that you could retire 10 years earlier than you planned, without earning more, without saving more, without changing your lifestyle, would you believe me? Most people wouldn't, because nobody told them about geo-arbitrage. Geo-arbitrage is the financial strategy of using the difference in cost of living between countries to dramatically accelerate your retirement timeline. For professionals in any developed country, this is one of the most powerful retirement concepts that most banks, most financial advisors, and most HR departments will never mention. In this video, I am going to walk you through exactly how it works, with real numbers, and by the end, you may find that your retirement number is significantly different from what you have been told. As always, everything on this channel is for educational purposes only. Your situation is unique, and before making any financial or tax decisions, please speak with a qualified professional who knows your specific circumstances. I am the Expat CPA, a Chartered Accountant and CPA. I have worked at PwC and KPMG and held CFO roles in manufacturing and hospitality. Now I use that background to answer one question. Where can your money go the furthest? Let's get into it. Geo-arbitrage. Let me break that word down. Arbitrage is a financial term. It means taking advantage of a price difference in two markets to generate a profit. Traders do it with stocks, banks do it with currencies, and smart professionals are starting to do it with their entire retirement income. Here's the basic concept. You earn, save, or receive your pension income in a strong currency. Then you live in a country where that same money buys 2, 3, sometimes 4 times as much. You are not earning more. You are spending your money in a more efficient market. Let me show you what this looks like in real terms. The average pension income in most developed countries sits somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 of your local currency per month. A comfortable retirement at home? Typically 3,000 to 5,000 per month. There is a gap you need your savings to fill. Now let us look at what happens when you move. In Lisbon, Portugal, a safe, modern European Union city with excellent healthcare, a comfortable expat lifestyle costs around 1,500 to 2,000 euros per month. In Chiang Mai, Thailand, consistently ranked the most popular expat city in the world, that number drops to around 1,000 to 1,400 US dollars per month. In Medellin, Colombia, one of the fastest growing expat hubs in Latin America, roughly 1,200 to 1,600 US dollars per month. See what has happened? The gap has become a surplus. Your pension or government income, which barely covered a fraction of your costs at home, now covers your entire lifestyle abroad with money left over. That is geo-arbitrage, and that surplus is your retirement, arriving a decade earlier than you thought possible. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Meet Alex. Alex is 45 years old, works in finance, earns well, saves well. Alex wants to retire at 60, ambitious by most standards. Alex has about 400,000 in savings right now, and whatever currency applies to your situation. On the traditional path, retiring at home at 60, Alex needs a portfolio of somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5 million. Alex still has 15 years to close that gap. Achievable, but tight. Now let us run the geo-arbitrage version. Alex moves to Portugal. A comfortable lifestyle costs around 24,000 US dollars per year. At a 4% withdrawal rate, that is a portfolio of around 600,000 US dollars. Alex already has 400,000 US dollars. With even modest growth over the next few years, Alex could retire at 50 or 51. Not 60. That is nearly a decade of freedom. Every year Alex retires earlier is a year that does not need to be funded from savings. A year of stress removed. A year of health and energy spent actually living rather than working toward a finish line that keeps moving. Geo-arbitrage does not just change the destination, it changes the entire timeline. Now, every time I explain this, 3 objections come up immediately. Let me address all 3 from an educational standpoint. Objection 1, healthcare. This is the biggest concern, and it is legitimate. Healthcare in your home country is either free or heavily subsidized. Abroad, it is your responsibility. private health insurance for a healthy 50-year-old expat in most popular destinations has typically run between $150 and $400 per month. These figures vary significantly based on age, health history, coverage level, and destination. Always get personalized quotes before making any decisions. The educational takeaway? Healthcare costs are real and must be factored into any retirement budget. The numbers depend entirely on your personal circumstances. Objection 2. Taxes. Most countries have tax treaties with other developed nations that determine where your pension and investment income is taxed. In many cases, you do not pay tax in two countries simultaneously, but this depends entirely on which countries are involved, your residency status, and the nature of your income. This is an area where qualified cross-border tax advice is essential before making any decisions. The educational point is simply this: tax implications vary enormously, and proper planning with a qualified professional can make a significant difference to outcomes. Objection 3. Family and connections. This is not a financial question. It is a personal values question, and only you can answer it. What I can say educationally is that travel infrastructure between most developed countries and popular expat destinations has never been more accessible. There is no universal answer here. The financial framework this channel provides is designed to give you clear information. What you do with that information is entirely your decision. So how do you evaluate whether geo-arbitrage is worth exploring? Here is an educational framework for thinking it through. Step 1, calculate your gap, take your expected retirement income, and subtract what a comfortable lifestyle costs you at home. Understanding the size of that gap is the starting point for any geo-arbitrage analysis. Step 2, research destination costs. Look at 2 or 3 destinations that appeal to you. Research what resident expats actually spend, not travel blog estimates. Numbeo is a useful public database. Then recalculate what your gap would look like in each destination. Step 3, model the timeline. Using the 4% withdrawal rate as an educational baseline, noting that appropriate rates depend on individual circumstances and should always be discussed with a financial advisor. Calculate what portfolio size you would need in each scenario. The difference between scenarios illustrates the potential impact of geo-arbitrage on a retirement timeline. In the next video on this channel, I walk through 5 destinations where retirement income has historically gone the furthest, and with real cost data and a comparison framework you can use as a starting point for your own research. If you do not want to miss that, subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Geo-arbitrage is not a loophole. It is not a hack. It is not about running away from your life. It is a financial concept that has been studied and discussed by economists, retirement researchers, and financial planners for decades. This channel exists to explain how it works, what the numbers look like, and what questions to ask. None of this constitutes financial, tax, or legal advice. Please consult a qualified professional before making any decisions about retirement, relocation, or financial planning. I am the Expat CPA. New videos every Monday. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.